I'm going to show you how to dominate affiliate marketing in 2024. More importantly, I'm going to show you how to promote 15, 20, 30 multiple different affiliate marketing products at once. And the most important part is not only am I going to show you how to make money from multiple different income sources, I'm going to show you how you can actually help your dream client achieve their dream outcome. And this is exactly how I've built a multi seven-figure affiliate business. And that's by helping someone get their dream outcome. Now, I gave this training at a high level mastermind, teaching them how they can promote multiple different products with affiliate and digital marketing. So I was given permission to give out this training. So I hope you guys enjoy it. There's a ton of Q&A at the end as well. With that being said, go ahead and enjoy the video.
Okay, so let's get into it. Jonathan's a seven-figure digital marketer, coach, and software entrepreneur. He was able to quit his 9-to-5 job in March of 2020. He has an email list of you ready? Over 600,000 subscribers, built solely from organic traffic, meaning he did not pay for traffic up to the 600,000 point. He's the go-to expert when it comes to leaving the 9-to-5 job, and he has helped over 55,000 students start their journey to quitting their jobs. I have so much respect for what he has built and how he builds it. I think he is so authentic and he is just brilliant. So I cannot wait for you guys to learn from him tonight, and then we will open this up for Q&A after. So Jonathan, it's all yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that incredible intro, Vicky. First of all, just thank you for having me on. I'm truly just excited, and hopefully I can bring your audience a ton of value. So type in a 1 below if you guys are excited. Basically, what I'm going to be showing you and teaching you is how you can promote multiple different products, but at the same time, helping someone get what they truly desire. And that's how I've made lots and lots of money. And that's how I've helped a lot of my students make money, is really, truly helping them get their dream outcome, right? A lot of people in the digital marketing space, they just try to make money, right? It's all about how much money can I make? Like, they just think about the money. Now, the way I teach things is we don't even worry about the money at all. We worry about a huge pain point and a dream outcome. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. I'm going to map it out. I'm going to show you everything. It's all going to make sense at the end of this training. Now, I didn't tell Vicky this, and hopefully this is okay, but I'm going to give $100 to someone on this live call. Okay. So all you have to do is just pay attention. And at the end of the call, just tag me and Vicky on your Instagram, which I'll show you what it is later. And just let us know what you learned at the end of this training. Okay. So type in a 2 if you want to win $100 at the end of this. So, okay, cool. Y'all listening. Love it. Love it. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to get into the actual A to B map, which is how I promote multiple different products, but at the same time, actually helping someone get a dream outcome. But a little bit about myself. So I actually started my online business in May of 2019, and then I quit my job in March of 2020. Now that was about 9 months I was able to quit my job and start making, when I quit my job, I was making about $20,000 per month. Okay. Which was awesome. I was able to quit my corporate job. I was making close to 6 figures. And a lot of people look at that and it's like, okay, he was able to quit his job in 9 months. That's pretty quick, right? A lot of people take a long time. Now, that's just when I started in the online digital marketing space from May 2019 to March of 2020. Okay. Before that, and this is what a lot of people don't know, is I failed so many times. Okay. Like, I actually started doing entrepreneurship and starting my own business back in 2015, because I went to school, I got my degree in electrical engineering, and, I got my quote unquote dream job. So, basically once I got my job, I was happy. I had spent years and years getting my degree in engineering, and I got to my job, and literally the first month I was just not happy there. I couldn't stand it. I was sick and tired of driving in traffic every single day. And I want to tell you how I got to where I am, because this is the turning point. And maybe some of you are at this point and I want to kind of help you get through the mindset part of things before I show you the tactics. And for me, the thing that really got me to like, okay, I'm sick and tired of this job was every single day I would walk into the office. Um, this guy named Fred would literally come into the office and just shout out a number. So 323 days the next day, 322 days next day, you know, every single day. And then one day I asked him, I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, why do you keep saying like these days? And he told me that this is the day until he retires. So he was around 64 years old. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, what are you going to do when you retire? And basically he said, this is why I'm going to retire. I'm going to move to Hawaii. Me and my wife are going to go out there. I'm finally going to live my dream life. I'm going to be able to have the time freedom, have the financial freedom, location freedom. And I sat there and I was like, I was happy for him, but I was like, oh, man, that sucks. Like he worked his whole life to finally get to that point at 64 years old. And that's when I realized I don't want to be there. I need to get out of this job. So basically what happened next is that's when I went down the rabbit hole of trying to make money as any way possible. And every single side hustle that you can think of, I've tried. I've done the Uber, I've done the DoorDash, I've done the Instacart. Like this is the first thing I did. And then I would, that's when I got into e-commerce. I was doing like drop shipping, Amazon FBA. I got into crypto trading, Forex trading. I don't know. Give me some of the side hustles that you've tried besides digital marketing. Someone says I drive Uber now. I hate it. Yeah. You know, it's one of those things like it just no leverage in it. Right. So I'm curious what you have tried. So let me know down in the comments, but essentially long story short, from 2015 to 2018, I was spending money in courses and mentors. You know, if you guys are familiar with Amazon FBA, you have to buy like $10,000 worth of inventory, ship it to an Amazon warehouse, and that's not even guaranteed, right? You could lose that money, which is what happened with us, my wife and I. So you know, basically, long story short, I got into debt. I wasted. I don't want to say waste, but at the time in my head, I wasted all this money on all these things to finally get out of my job. And we ended up negative $1,200 in my bank. And the reason I share this with you is because that was one of the lowest points in my life. And sometimes, well, sorry, I get a little emotional sometimes. So that was a really low point in my life where I didn't even tell my wife we were negative in the bank. As a man, I felt like a failure to my family because I just, sorry, I usually don't get emotional here. Okay, I'm good. But I didn't tell my wife. We were negative in the bank. We couldn't pay our mortgage. And yeah, I mean, I just had to figure it out. It was just a really dark place in my life. And because I had tried all these things, I kept telling my wife, this is going to work. This is going to work. This is going to work. And, you know, I was negative in the bank and I was like, I don't know what to do. So, you know, long story short, that's when I found digital marketing. And, you know, at that point I had gone through all these failures and, I knew that, okay, I got to make this work. Like I'm tired of failing so many times. So that's when I found digital marketing and affiliate marketing. And, you know, from 2019 to 2020, that's when I was able to quit my job. But the reason I tell you this is because I quit my job in 9 months with digital marketing, but I failed lots of times before that, before I got to that point. Right. So, and I say I wasted the money, but now I don't say that. I say that I failed quicker. I was able to learn the things that I needed to learn to be able to have the success that I have now. We've done over $5 million. I have a software company. I have a coaching a program. I have a challenge. Like I have all these things, but I don't think that I would be able to handle that if I didn't fail at all those other business models before. All right. I was building my entrepreneur callus, is how I call it, is like I was building out. I want to say God because I believe in God, but God was giving me the trials and errors and just giving me a little bit more. And basically, that's why I think I could handle what I can handle today. I have 15 employees. We have 20 some thousand affiliates promoting our products. And that's a lot. And I don't think I would have been able to handle that without having to go through all these dark times and trials. So before I get into everything, I'm about to get into it now. I just want to let you guys know, like, maybe you've tried a bunch of things and maybe you failed and it sucks. Trust me, it sucks. But I want you to know I failed for years and years and years until I finally figured this out. But I always say, if you fail quicker, you're going to be able to see success faster. And that was my mindset the whole time. I was failing, but I finally got the mindset that I needed to make digital marketing work. So that's a little bit about my story. So I hope that was okay. I went into that. But anyways, let's get into the actual training on how I promote multiple different products. And again, I learned this because of all these failures. So what I'm going to teach you today, I believe that it could change your entire life, not only for digital marketing, but this works in affiliate marketing. This works if you have a coaching business, even a brick and mortar business, because even before this, my wife and I owned a meal prep service locally. And this exact same framework works in all those business models. Now, digital marketing, though, that's the high leverage, right? I love to do things that have high leverage. That's why I always talk about building an email list and all these things, because that's a high leverage point. So I'm going to share my screen here and I'm going to walk you through the A to B map. This is what totally changed my life. And I'm super excited to share this with you. Let me see if I can pull up my chat here. Type in a 3 if you can see my screen. Awesome. Awesome. Rachel says 3. Perfect. Perfect. All right, good. So this right here, it's super simple, but if you understand this concept, you'll be able to make a lot of money in your business. Okay. So what we want to do in a digital marketing, affiliate marketing, just a business in general, we want to get someone from point A to point B. That's it. Okay. And if you could focus on that, then you can make a lot of money, because this focuses on your client's dream outcome, right? We're not focusing on the money, although I make a ton of money from like 30, 40 different products. That's because I'm focusing on this framework. Okay. So I'm going to break it down in several different niches. Okay. And then we're going to build the actual map together based on, what you're doing in your business. So, an example I like to say, this is always an easy one to understand, is the health niche. Okay. So we have a person at a huge pain point. We call that point A. We need to get them to a dream outcome. That's point B. Okay. So an example here for the health niche, right? We have a person, this could be your dream client, right? They want to lose weight. They hate the way they look. And they hate the way they feel, and they have no energy, right? That could be one of the pain points for your dream client if you're in the health niche. Now, their dream outcome would be, they want to feel amazing. They want more energy. That way they can spend time with their family, right? They want more confidence. They want to lose the weight, but also gain the muscle, right? But at the end of the day, losing the weight or gaining the muscle is not the thing that they desire. They want the confidence, right? They want to spend more time with their family because of the energy that they're going to get, right? So that's an example in the health niche. Now, let's look at the relationship niche. Okay. So let's just say, it's a guy or a girl. They're not confident to talk to man or woman, right? Or a man or a woman. And like, they're not good at dating for whatever reason, right? Now, their dream outcome would be like, hey, let's find you a dream wife, a dream husband, right? Let's get you confident talking to, a girl or a guy in public, right? Whatever that dream outcome is. Now, I'm not in the relationship niche. These are just examples, right? Now, my niche is the wealth niche. I help people quit their 9-to-5 job. That's how I help people. That's their dream outcome. So for me, right, I know my audience like really well. I know all their pain points because I was there. I've lived it. I've cried through it. Like I know this, and it's just so deep inside of me that I know this pain, right? So my audience at point A, right here in the wealth niche, right? They hate their job. They're in a ton of, I mean, some of them may be in debt, student loans or whatever it is, but they want the freedom. They want to spend more time with their family. I could go really, really into depth with this, but I literally have like a 6-page document talking about all these pain points. That's really, really important. But we'll talk about that later. But what I want to teach you is we want to get this person to point B, right? This is how I help people. I want to help them quit their job. I want to help them, make enough passive income. That way they could have the time freedom, right? Not only do I want them to have financial freedom, I want them to have the time freedom. Okay. I want them to be able to pay off all their debts, right? I had tons of student loans as well when I went to get my degree. So I want them to be able to pay that back if that's their situation. And then I want them to have, location freedoms, right? Be able to, travel whenever they want, move wherever they want. They don't have to stay in a specific city because of, what I've helped them do. So that's how I help someone get from point A to point B. Okay. So once you figure that out, right, you really dive deep into this pain point. The next step is now we can build a map. And this is where we can start really figuring out how we can help them. Well, okay, so we want to get them from point A to point B, but there's certain products, certain things that are going to help them get there. Now, let me explain that with this example here. Okay. So type in a 4 if you're with me so far, if this is making sense. 4. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So an example, right? So we already figured out their pain point, right? Again, this is point A. And we want to get them to the dream outcome. Now, I just put something very basic here, like unhealthy and healthy, but obviously it goes a lot deeper than that now that you understand. Okay. So an example, and this is actually something that I did. So I used to own a meal prep service here in my local town, Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you're not familiar with that, it's basically like pre-made meals that, people can, they could buy 10 for the week, and then, they could eat them every single day, 1 a day, 2 a day, whatever it is. And basically it helps them lose weight, gain muscle, whatever that is. Okay. So that's what we had. So we had this meal prep service. That was one of the products. Right. But again, I didn't just, my business wasn't about meal prep service. It was about getting them from point A to point B. Right. So what are the things that are going to help them get from point A to point B? Right. So they're going to need, they're going to need a meal prep service. That was one of the things, right? They're going to need maybe a coaching program or a fitness course teaching them how to do that, right? They don't know how to work out. They don't know how to do the movements. So they're going to need a course. Okay. They're going to need supplements, right? They're going to need, protein, creatine, or whatever it is to be able to do the thing that they want, right? They're going to need maybe an accountability app, something that's going to help them keep track and stay accountable. Right. And then we can go on. I mean, you can really build out these maps to have 20, 30 different products. You can do fitness clothing, you can do fitness shoes, you can do fitness equipment. Right. And it doesn't matter if you're an affiliate, right? Or you own these products, right? You can own these products and sell them yourself, or you can just become an affiliate and make money that way. Right. So again, this works for if you're a digital marketer or if you're just an affiliate marketer. It doesn't matter, right? This worked in the brick and mortar niche, right? And that's how we did really well in our meal prep business, right? And that's how we got people to this point where they're losing weight, they're healthy. And what's cool, and I actually never mentioned this really online or anything, but we even had this we had this digital course that it was basically like $20 a month. People would buy it and I would come out with workouts every single week. That was actually my first digital product that I ever released. It was like this fit. I actually still have it. It's still on the market right now. I still make money from that. But anyways, like this was my example of the health niche. Okay. So let me know, type in a 5 if that makes sense for the health niche. And then I'll dive into an example for the wealth. Cool. If you guys want to see that product, it was my first fitness product ever, or my first digital marketing. I could pull that up later if you guys want to see that. I've actually never showed anyone online. So But actually we did pretty good with that. We had like 300 people paying monthly, which was pretty cool for just starting out. But anyways, that was my first digital product. Now, this is what I do now. This is the wealth niche. Now we pivoted from the health to the wealth niche because, well, for one, there was no leverage with the meal prep services. We were having to cook all the food ourselves. So I'm all about leverage now. That's why I love digital products, right? Because with meal prep service, I could only get so many people to buy without us having to, spend days cooking all this food. So I moved out of this and that's when I found the wealth niche, right? So the cool thing about this is all digital products. It's all super high leverage. And I love leverage. You're going to notice that as I kind of talk about this. But okay, so this is an example of the wealth niche, right? Someone that hates their job. We want to get them to quit their job. So this is just a super simple example, but it goes really deep into, I can go really deep into this, but here's an example on how I personally do it. Okay. And sorry about this. I got to fix this here. Okay. So how I personally help someone quit their job is, one, I give them training, right? So they need coaching, training, a course. So that's one of the products that I give them, right? And then the next thing is like, okay, they're going to need a website builder or a funnel builder, right? So that's the next step. I own a software that's a funnel builder, right? Before I owned the software, I was just an affiliate for like System.io or ClickFunnels. Now I have my own, but I'm saying that's one of the things. Okay. And then, you need a funnel builder. You're also going to need something that sends emails and collects an email list, right? So now again, I can go become an affiliate for something like System.io or GetResponse or Aweber, something like that, right? I happen to own an autoresponder as well. So that's something super cool. And then a domain, they're going to need a domain, right? You're going to need your own website name. So, you can become an affiliate for GoDaddy, Namecheap, right? So this is starting to make sense, right? People actually need these things to get to their dream outcome here. Okay. So, and then, it goes on and on, right? I teach how to do copywriting. I teach how to do YouTube. So they're going to need all these things that I teach. Okay. So, essentially you can build out this map for any type of business that you want to start. And this right here has made me so much money and my students so much money. But the cool thing is it's a win-win-win, right? We're not just focusing on trying to sell these products just because we want to make money. We want to actually help someone get their dream outcome. If we could help someone with their dream outcome, whatever that dream outcome is based on their pain point, you'll be able to make a lot of money, build an email list, build leverage, and people are going to love you for it. And you still get to make a lot of money with multiple different products. It's like the perfect win-win situation, right? So, and then I could show you kind of how I do it technically, if you want me to go through that, but let me see here. I'm going to stop sharing screen for now, but that's the A to B framework. So this is like, before I start a business, before I do anything new, this is like the main thing that I focus on. And because I focus on this, I'm able to focus on the customer instead of me just trying to make money, right? So I don't know what you guys promote, and I'm just curious. Go ahead and type in. I'm just curious who we have here. What do you promote, right? Is it a digital? Like, let me know the actual product down below. Roadmap. Okay, cool. So you guys all, a lot of roadmap people. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, but a lot of people will promote, and I don't really know how it works completely. I haven't really done the roadmapper myself. I know a little bit about how it works, but the main thing I would ask, right, before you even start promoting is like, am I promoting the roadmap or am I promoting a dream outcome? Right. And if you can make that shift, you're going to make a lot more money than the person just focusing on the roadmap, right? Or legendary marketer. It doesn't matter what the product is. I mean, obviously you got to believe in the product. Obviously that's a given. But what I'm saying is you have to be able to talk about the dream outcome that product is going to give them, right? And if you can do that, you'll be able to make a lot of money. You'll be able to change not only your life, but the life of other people and the people around you, right? And for me, once I was able to help other people and focus on their dream outcome, I was able to myself, well, first I got my wife out of my job, then I got myself out of my job. And then, now I've been able to hire my mom and my dad and my brother-in-law. And now I have like 20 employees where I'm able to pay them big salaries, right? So because I focused on other people, now I'm able to help other people as well around me and build those people up, right? Because it's funny, and you guys probably all have seen this, is like the online space gets a lot of like hate, right? It's a scam, or you just want me to buy a course. Well, yeah, I do want you to buy a course, but this is going to change your life. And that's how you got to think about it, right? Like, we're not just selling a course, we're selling a dream outcome. We're trying to get them out of pain. We're trying to get them from pain to pleasure. So anyways, I don't know if we want to stop for questions here, Vicky, or if you want me to go into like the affiliate stacking. I don't know what you want to do.
You know what? You know what I'll do? I'm going to ask you. There's one question that came in through the chat when you were speaking. Everyone's obsessed with you. I think that's like the given. And as soon as we're done with this question, then go into the affiliate stacking ecosystem so you could finish the training portion, and then we'll do Q&A at the end if that's okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so there's one question that came in. It says, but isn't there supposed to be one main product and then the rest of the map falls into place?
I love it. 100%. Yeah. And actually, I'm going to go into that when I finish when I actually show how to build it out. Yes. Your main core product is the thing that you believe in the most. That's the thing that it's the thing that is going to help someone get the result, right? So for me, I 100% believe I could give someone access, or someone going to buy Freedom Accelerator, which is my program. And that's the thing that's going to help them get out of their job. It's going to give them the coaching, the training, all the, everything that they need as far as the coaching, right? But they're still going to need the supporting products that are going to help them get there, right? So you got the main core product, and then you got the supporting products that are going to help them get there, right? So again, as an example, in the health and fitness, right? If your main core product is like a coaching product to help someone lose weight, that's the main thing, right? That's probably the high ticket thing. Usually the main core product is usually the high ticket thing. That's the thing that's the most valuable. But all the supporting offers you still need, but it's not the main core product, right? So again, in the health and fitness, the coaching product or whatever that is would be the main thing. But then you got the supplements and the meal prep service and the t-shirts, shoes, whatever you need, right? All those other things, but it's not the main core product, right? You're not going to go and say, hey, buy this workout shirt and this is going to help you lose weight. No, this is just like a thing that's going to help you do the actual thing, right? So that was a great question, and I'm glad that someone brought that up. I'm not sure who asked that, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the only question that came through for this portion. And if anybody has questions about this portion later on during the Q&A, we'll bring it up, but go for it.
Perfect. Okay, good. So, I'm just going to walk you through, and this is more for affiliate marketing, but you can, okay, just a little bit of backstory. For those who don't know, I teach my students to quit their job with the vehicle of affiliate marketing, not necessarily digital marketing to start. Okay. That's just how I teach it. That's what I believe in, because, you don't have to worry about having a product. So that's what I believe in. So this could work for you. I know a lot of you are doing digital marketing. So, but this works really well. Okay. So, as I said, I've built a list of over 600,000 emails. And what's crazy is I still get like a 45% open rate. And those of you who are in the industry, I mean, that's pretty good. Like, that means that if I send an email to my whole list, 40 to 45% are still opening those emails. I could guarantee you most people in the space are down to like 10, 15% because they're not leading with value here. And I want to, this is really cool. This is going to hopefully change the way you do your email marketing. This goes kind of deep, but this will at least give you a framework of how I do things with email marketing. Okay. So, So again, the main thing is the main core offer. This is the thing that you are promoting, right? So for some of you, it's the roadmap, right? That's your main core offer. That's the thing that you believe in, right? Some of you, legendary marketer, and some of you who are my affiliates, I know Vicky, Freedom Accelerator, right? So whatever it is that you believe in, even if it's not even the make money, it could be a health course or whatever it is. Okay. So that's the main core offer. That's what you believe in on how to get someone a result. Okay. Now, the way I do it, right? Well, the whole focus on how I build my business is I focus on this right here, is building the email list. That's literally the main core offer, or I'm sorry, that's literally the main thing that I'm trying to focus on. If I can build an email list, I can have more leverage than anyone in the world. That's my thought, right? My thought is to have the biggest, if I could have the biggest email list in the world, people are going to, I'm able to basically do what I want, right? Because I have that leverage. It's such a strong leverage point, right? That's why, for those of you, I don't know if you guys know Alex Hermosi, I was his top 5 affiliate promoting his program, right? Because of the leverage of that email list, right? I was ClickFunnels top affiliate, System.io, I believe on their top 4 affiliate. I'm able to promote these programs because of that email list. Okay. So, I'm assuming the roadmap teaches a part of that. Now, the thing that I don't know, and I don't know, Vicky, you could correct me on this. How does the roadmap get people to this list? Because that's an important part.
The driving traffic part, you mean?
Well, okay. The first page when you're driving traffic, where does that go to on the roadmap? What's like, is it just opt in to?
Squeeze page to info page to purchase
Okay,
page.
okay, but what's the squeeze page? What is that promising?
Oh, get a lead magnet. Give me your email for a free ebook.
It's an ebook?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's really whatever you want it to be, but it advertises as an ebook typically.
Okay, I'm just curious. Okay, so that's the most important thing at first, right? Is when we're driving traffic, because a lot of people get stuck on the traffic part, but it's actually really easy, right? If you have a really good lead magnet, you're going to be able to stand out from everybody, right? So a lot of people will give out an ebook and that's cool, but how can you do something like super, super valuable, right? It could be an ebook, but most people will just, they won't read the ebook, right? It's just like, okay, whatever. So for me, it's like, okay, I like to do like courses as a lead magnet, like a checklist. I'll put checklist here. For example, there was a lead magnet I did a while back on like how to get your first 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I gave that out for free. It was a free checklist, right? So, checklists work really well. Something actionable, right? Something that people can get a result a lot quicker. So, I really like to, and this will work even for your roadmap. If you guys are promoting the roadmap, right? Give out something super valuable here. And I promise you, you'll be able to drive traffic so much easier because of you have that strong lead magnet that gets people to your email list. Okay. Okay. So that's a big part of it. And again, that's a whole thing. And I could dive deep into all these things, but I want you guys to get the whole framework. But after they're on your email list, this is kind of where the magic happens. This is what, for me, I've been able to drive so much leverage and keep people opening my emails. Okay. So I like to do something called value, or I'm sorry. Okay. I'm going to delete that. I like to do something called, so it's like offer, and then this is value, and then this is a YouTube video, okay? So the way I structure this is I have an email going to one of my offers here. Again, we built that A to B map. This will just go to an offer, okay? That's the first offer, whatever it is. It could be a tool, whatever your A to B map is, okay? So that offer would just simply go to your link. It could be an affiliate link or a digital product, whatever it is. Okay. That's the first email. And the second one, it's just a value email. I don't put any links at all. It's just literally a value email. Okay. This right here is kind of the secret code because people will continue to, open your emails, right? Because I'm not just sending offer, buy this. No, it's like, hey, this is this is a email that's going to teach you, you know, XYZ, or this is an email of my story, right? Something of value, no pitch. Okay. And then I have another email. This could also be like a value, but me specifically, I send people to like a YouTube video. Because that's how I can really start building my brand and business. Okay. So you don't have to do a YouTube video. You can do like an Instagram post video if you want. I know YouTube's it's a little bit scary if you're just starting out, but I love YouTube. It's one of the highest leverage points in my business. And again, I'm all about leverage, right? Do things once and you could live a lifestyle of freedom and time freedom, you know, location, all that stuff. So I'm all about leverage. But anyways, this is kind of like, this is the framework here. You can see it again here. Offer, in this case, YouTube video, value, right? That's kind of the same thing that I do. It's not in exact order, but you can kind of see, right? This is the framework on how I promote multiple different products. Okay. So, and basically this goes on and on for forever until people stop opening it or unsubscribe, right? So, which they don't, I mean, obviously they do, but for the most part, right? People are going to continue opening my emails. I mean, I could show you even the stats of it, but I mean, essentially this is the framework that has made me over $5 million. And this is pretty much all organic traffic. Like I know that I can use this framework and I'm going to start running ads to it. And I'm going to get to even 8 figures, $10 million with this because I have the framework that works. Okay. So I've been able to do it organically. And now I can't wait to get in the ad game because now I could amplify what I've created. So yeah, I mean, that's, again, I can go super in depth into every little part. But I hope that was like enough where it kind of like, okay, that was an aha moment. I'm going to make that little tweak. I'm going to do that little thing and that's going to change everything. So, yeah, we can do some Q&A or whatever you want to do, Vicky.
First of all, Jonathan, I want you to know those 2 modules inside of Freedom Accelerator, they're right in the very beginning, gave me so much clarity around this entire industry and what the hell people are doing inside of it to make money. I was like, this is how many people got an aha moment? Please like wave or type 1 in the chat or something, right? You're like, oh my God, that's it. Oh my God, that's the strategy. So I'm telling you, this is when I speak about the Freedom Accelerator course, this is the reason, because this is the framework that Jonathan teaches inside of it. I've never seen it taught anywhere else. And if I have seen it even come close, it's by like some sketchy weirdo, and Jonathan's not that. Okay. So let's go into Q&A. There's a couple questions that came up in the chat, and then we will, if you guys want questions for Jonathan, please do the hand raising thing.
Yeah. Well, do you want to do the chat first or the people raising their hand? I see,
let's do the chat first, because I think a few came up. So how many emails do you recommend in an email campaign?
How many emails do I recommend? Oh, like a automated sequence. I mean, I like to build out as many as possible. I mean, for me, I mean, just what we've built an email sequence of probably 600 emails. I mean, I'll continue sending it still until people stop opening, right? Like that's my goal. Obviously it takes time to write these emails and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're just starting out, I mean, a good sequence is like 20, 30 emails is a good solid foundation. And then it's like, okay, now I can just kind of start building from there with that framework of offer, value, YouTube video. That's kind of the framework that we always do. But yeah, that's a great question.
Makes perfect sense. So what happens to the rest of the people who don't open your emails? They don't know about your other offers. Do you promote them separately on social media?
So yeah, that's a good question. So again, the main goal you're trying to do, right? You're not trying to promote a course or, you know, you're trying to get people to the dream outcome, right? So for me, and I could even pull up my screen on this for me, I talk about like the dream outcome, right? I'm like, I'm going to show you how to quit your job. I'm going to show you how you can have financial freedom. I have a free course that's going to teach you exactly how to get started. Check out my Instagram bio, check out my TikTok bio. It's a completely free course, right? So that's what I do. So again, because my goal is to grab their email, right? And then it's going to go through my sequence, right? So I'm not talking about a course. I never mention, if you notice, watch out, I'll pull up my screen again. This is my Instagram here. This is not my main source of traffic, but this is a good way to kind of see it. Like I never mention I teach affiliate marketing. All I say here is, I'm going to show you how to use this unfair software to copy my 7-figure system with this free course, right? So the whole goal for me is I want to get them to this link here, to this free course, right? And this free course is all they do is enter their email, but then I grab their email, right? Again, the whole goal is to grab their email. This is, again, the lead magnet, right? This is a hot lead magnet. It's a free course, 7-part series. So yeah, of course people are going to want that because it's a hot, sexy lead magnet, right? So, that's kind of how I frame it, right? I never talk about course. You'll never see me talking about Freedom Accelerator or 7-Hour Challenge or Legendary Marketer. I talk about the dream outcome, right? So that's the main thing.
Yeah, and it's actually a skill. Jordan asked this question. Jordan, it's a skill that that really good affiliate marketers have mastered, is that whole dripping, like go from this ticket item to this ticket item to this ticket item. And that whole thing is like such a dance, for sure. This is actually a really good question. Anna asked, how can you promote a dream outcome if you don't have that outcome yet?
Yeah, great question. You're still, right? Like if you're always talking about the journey that you're on, right? When I first started, I talked about all that. I was like, I'm on my journey to quit my 9-to-5 job, and I'm going through this specific program that I know is going to help me get there as long as I'm consistent, right? One of the programs that I'll say Legendary, that was one of the programs I started with, not the main one, but when I was promoting Legendary as an affiliate, and I've made over 6 figures with just Legendary itself, I was always talking about like, guys, I'm going to show you how I'm going to quit my job, right? I was confident. I was like, I'm going to quit my job. I don't care how long it takes because I believe this program is going to help me take it or help me get there. And by the way, I have this free course that's going to teach you how to get started. It's a free checklist, right? Boom. They get to my email list, then it sends them to Legendary Marketer or whatever it is you're promoting, right? That's the framework. You talk about your journey, your experience, and that's how people are attracted to you, right? You're not trying to be sleazy. You're trying to lie, right? You're just telling people about your journey. I would literally say, guys, I got my first sale, ever on affiliate marketing. This is what I did, right? I have a free checklist showing you how, right? So it's all about the, what I'll say here, and a lot of people will, this is actually really interesting because when you're first starting out, you actually have a lot of leverage and power because people look at someone like, I don't know, like Russell Brunson, Alex Hormozy, they have a ton of results. And it's like, I can't be like them. Right? There's no way, right? But someone like you that just starting out, they can reach out to you. You'll talk to them. You'll help them. You actually have a lot of leverage, right? Even me, some people look at me, it's like, and I don't think I've done a lot of things, but I don't even see myself as like a guru or whatever. But a lot of people will see me as that, and they just won't. I can't connect with people like I used to when I first started, right? So you got to use what you have as a beginner, and you have a lot of leverage, more than you actually think. But you have to talk about your journey, about your experiences, about your failures, right? I'm not afraid to talk about my journey and how much I failed because that's what made me who I am, right? So that's really important to understand.
Yeah, and if people wait to promote the dream outcome until they get the dream outcome, you will be like 105 years old. Like ever do it. Okay, so why don't we do Tony? I don't know if you're at your computer, but I do know that you raised your hand early on. So if Tony will give him 3 more seconds with the Golden Gate Bridge. And if not, we're going to move over to Shannon.
He's got that nice sunset. I love it. He said, I'm here.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Shannon, go for it. It's all yours.
Hi, Jonathan and everybody else. Vicky, thanks so much for bringing him on tonight. Jonathan, you are so inspiring. I've had so many like aha moments tonight, and I wasn't like super like didn't have a lot of information about this course, and so now I feel like I'm like, there's my next one. Like the information is so vast that you've given us in like the 48 minutes you've been on here. So first of all, thank you.
Thank you.
My question is just that I know the dream outcome is number 1. Collecting emails is huge. So
Mhm.
when I created my funnel on my squeeze page,
Mhm.
my like freebie is what Vicky had to, like that 14-day guide to launch the roadmaps. Now,
Mhm.
in order to get that, people have to purchase, or is that my lead magnet?
The
Vicky's shaking her head.
14-day guide shouldn't be your lead magnet. The 14-day guide is a freebie you give when they've
Sorry.
purchased. Yeah.
Yes. So sorry, I'm using the wrong word.
Yes, that's a bonus.
Freebie. Yes, the bonus that you get when you purchase the roadmap. And so should I be like promoting something else that's like that? Like you were saying, you do like look at this free course and I get all this information. Should I be creating something and pushing that so it's like that lead
Yeah.
magnet instead of the, do you know what I'm saying? Like instead of
Yeah.
pushing my roadmaps page, which is the funnel.
Yeah, and I totally get it. And I'd have to look at your pages to actually kind of see, but I mean, I've done this so many times. I understand what you're trying to ask. So
Yeah.
basically, 100%, it's always better if you do your own lead magnet, right? You basically, the way I make a really good lead magnet is I see a hole in the industry and I create something that could help someone get a quick result, right? So here's a really cool one that you guys can all do that could help a lot of people, right? So one time I saw a hole in the market, right? I saw people needed traffic, and this was maybe like a year or 2 years ago. And I saw that people didn't know how to create 5-second videos on Instagram and TikTok. So I'm like, how can I help someone get a quick result, give them a freebie that's going to attract them to my lead magnet, but also they're going to be on my list, right? So remember, and you got to remember the lead magnet is the first thing that they see from you, right? It should be pretty good, honestly. So here's a cool example. So I went ahead and created like a spreadsheet, and it took me like a day. It took me some time, but I created a spreadsheet of the top 100 viral videos. And the way I gave away the lead magnet was, hey guys, you have no idea, or are you struggling to create content? Well, I have 100 of the most viral videos. You can literally go and model these and you can start getting some traffic and results, right? And I was like, and people were like, because I knew the pain point of my audience, they're like, oh, I want that. Oh, that's free. Cool. Just opt into my email list. I get them on my list. I get them into my programs, because I'm leading with value, right? If they see that the free thing is that good, wow, what does he have to sell, right? And that's how you got to look at it. It's like the free thing is the thing that is the first impression. So it's really important to kind of the way I create a good lead magnet, again, is you got to look at the gap in the market. But I do help a lot of people. Like, so I actually just released a software. It actually gives people a free course that gives them a lead magnet. So I help, again, I'm always finding these gaps in the market. So I'm able to kind of, hey, let me help you get started quicker, right? If you could shrink the time and help someone get a result quicker, they're going to be attracted to you, and it's different. So I hope that kind of made sense.
Okay. Shannon, did that answer your question? Okay, perfect. Tony
Vicky.
said he's back. Oh, wait, there's Tony. There's Tony.
I probably confused you because I had my phone and my computer. I had a backup in case one didn't work.
Oh,
I was
yep. We lost you. But
because there was at one point anyway. So that's why there's two of me. So I just a quick question. Was it Jonathan? Was that your name?
Yeah, Jonathan. Yes.
Um, so the YouTube video is just like an extreme amount of value that's almost its own little lead magnet to continue the process.
100%.
And then that's your channel that's your content. So that's and when you first said it, I was like, I thought it was like maybe finding a link to somebody else's or whatever, but that's pretty genius right there in
Yeah.
how I'm putting myself in the customer's mindset of like, what are the emails I've opened? It's something I'm interested in, and if I'm always being sold to, like, I'm not probably going to open those. And I sign up for something that I'm interested in because it's like, there's people who like a friend of mine today was like, I was explaining to her like what I'm trying to do, and she's like, and when she wasn't being mean about it or like, not contrary, but she's like, yeah, I don't really give my email out to those people.
Mhm.
Like I don't because I get too many emails as it is. And I go,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then when she said that, something hit me, and I'm like, that's actually genius, because then I don't want those people opening my emails. Like
Mhm.
I don't want those people like
100%.
opting in to get, like, I want somebody that's like, because I put myself, and I'm like, I wanted to be in Vicky's email chain, and I knew I was okay with, I knew I was going to get dripped on.
Yeah.
I even know that term, and I wanted it because I wanted that information, because she hit my pain point. So thank you. But I
Yeah. Yeah.
actually have a question. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead and ask your question. But I actually like how you mentioned my YouTube videos are little lead magnets, and I'm going to show you an example of that. It's actually, it's actually really cool. But go ahead and ask your question, then I'll show you after.
So this is kind of like geared towards Vicky, actually, but to you as well. Like last week when we, and she sent me a link to watch the niche. And I just kind of wanted to throw this out there because last week I was struggling with like, well, should I do something more like what I've spent my life doing, like that I'm passionate about, or should I do something more like it seems like the trend is helping people make money online? That's its own niche,
Mhm.
but like the idea of having something separate. And I'm health coach, yoga instructor, massage therapist, and I asked her, she's like, well, here, but I had this idea that I wanted to throw out there just
Mhm.
to for your response and Vicky's response. Mindfulness coach.
Mhm.
Like, not that I'm married to that necessarily, but like I had this aha epiphany moment this morning, just like going through some stuff. And I watched that video series that Vicky sent me. But like, as a yoga instructor, I teach meditation classes, I'm a massage therapist. Like
Right.
the health and wellness, I thought I was somehow like lowering my chances of making money online because I thought that
No,
maybe
not at
this
all.
other niche was, but she shared with me that the health and wellness was like right up there. So I wanted to ask, like, as a, I'm like, and
Well,
again, setting yourself apart, but like I came up with the idea of being under the health and wellness and under like coaching, to be a mindfulness coach
yeah.
to help people overcome their whatever their like stress, anxiety, depression, ADHD, whatever it is. And that's something I've suffered with. Anyway, I
Right.
just wanted to ask what your thoughts were on that.
Right. So, go ahead, Vicky. Do you have something?
I was just going to say, so Tony, I want to give you one quick piece of advice, and then I want to keep an eye on the time because I want to respect Jonathan's time too. We have 4 more minutes with Jonathan, so we'll get to the other 2 questions too. Tony, mindfulness coach is not the niche. Mindfulness coach is an offer along the way to the journey of the dream outcome. So think of it as like a pit stop on the path to the person's dream outcome. You could absolutely offer mindfulness coaching. I think that's a wonderful value add for people. And if that's something you want to do, then use it as a pit stop, but it's not your niche. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm thinking the niche would be like somebody who's suffering from ADHD, anxiety, stress.
Totally.
That's
Totally.
that's the pain point. That's the pain point. You want to get them from point A, which is that pain point of HDHD, anxiety, depression, whatever it is, to point B, get them out of there. So to be able to live a life where they're not having to worry about anxiety or being depressed, right? So whatever those things are in the middle, you got to build that roadmap out, whatever, whether it's the mindfulness coaching, your coaching calls, certain supplements you take, whatever it is that got you from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm brainstorming at least. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, it's a good place to be, Tony. Thank you so much. And we'll talk as soon as Jonathan gets off. I'm staying on you guys for Q&A too. If you do have more questions,
Vicky, I'm good, Vicky. My family's away, so they're into a church pain night. So I'm
I
actually
love
good.
it. Oh my gosh.
Unless you have a hard stop in 3
No,
minutes.
we do not have a hard stop. This crew goes 2 hours if we have to, Jonathan. So
I
get
love
it.
it.
Yeah, get a snack. Okay, hold on. Let me
Okay.
get I think we have Jordan next. So Jordan, I'm
Yep.
gonna unmute you.
Hey, Jordan.
Hi, I was chatting with you on your Facebook group because I'm already in your Freedom Accelerator course.
Oh, awesome.
Today. I was like, hey, I'll see you at 8 tonight.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do that.
Yes.
Okay. I'm so glad you're
and I'll
here.
probably get the funnel freedom at some point because it just makes so much sense technologically. Like I can't deal with all the fucking campaigns and
Yeah.
links and
Well, the reason I built the software is because you can go build it yourself, of course, but I shrink time to almost nothing, right? So that's why I did
Yeah.
it. But
so I will do that. But I guess my question is, and this like A to B mapping, because I haven't actually watched all of your stuff, is makes so much sense because not only is it like you're this person and you want to get here, but it's also like I have all these things that will help you get there. So then
100%.
my question is, because I think a lot of us struggle with content creation, is like, do you just call them out like, hey, are you this kind of person that wants this outcome? Like, check out my free course. But how many times are you constantly doing that? And how do you balance like posting reels and stories and constantly being like, hey, get my free course
Yeah.
instead of just, like I feel like I struggle with how many times am I going to promote a free something, or how many times am I just going to share my story and have people follow me, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I mean, you don't always want to be like, hey, there's a free course, there's a free course. Like you want to have content where I call it the JK5 method. Have you or anyone here heard of JK5?
I heard of your stuff, but tell everybody. I watched all your things.
Okay, cool. So the JK5 is, this will make sense. So you don't always want to be talking about making money, right? If you look at my content, I talk about my family. I talk about my faith, going to church, helping there, right? I talk about my fitness, right? I did this CrossFit competition. I talk about, again, my family. Then I talk about money, right? So because people are not buying, yes, they're buying the dream outcome, of course, but they're also buying you, right? You're the one that inspired them to take action. So you don't want to just be a robot talking about like, hey, this is how you make money. This is how you make money. This is how you make money. No, look, I have a family. I have this. I do this. You're a person, right? And people connect with people. So, yeah, you don't always want to be, again, promoting. And that's the same thing I do in my email sequences, right? I'll have a value email talking about my family or what I did at church or what I did, at this CrossFit competition or whatever it is, right? So if you can play that into what you're doing, and for the most part, I'm kind of I'm still relevant to the dream outcome, right? So for example, the other day I posted, I did this CrossFit competition, but the way and you could go look at it, but the caption was like, hey, I'm able to do this because I have the time freedom. I'm able to train because of what the business has done, right? I'm able to have that strong mindset because of all the dark things that I have gone through, right? Again, I'm telling my story. It brings it back to what I actually do, but in a different context, right? You don't always have to do call to action, of course. People will go find your link if they really want it. You got to create that desire for them to want to go and see what you're up to, right? I mean, most people know where to go. They know where to go. The link. If you can really get someone to take action, if you can really get someone to be inspired and to connect emotionally, they know where to look, right? You don't always have to tell them. But I do love straight call outs. Those are so powerful, right? So a straight call out for me, this is one of my most successful call outs. I mean, I had thousands of comments on this, but this was like, for me, it was like, are you a dad and you're sick and tired of going to work, driving in traffic every single day? Well, I'm going to show you how I was able to personally get out of my 9-to-5 job. And then I gave him some value. And then my call to action was the lead magnet. So that's kind of my framework on that. But obviously you don't want to do that every time. You put the JK5 in there and you'll be good to go. So yeah. Does that help?
That is very helpful because I feel like that also plays into what we had Colleen talk about today, was like, just be personal, talk about you. Like I coach CrossFit classes in the morning, and that was one of my videos that I tagged both of you on, like, hey, I'm at my second job because I coach classes so I can get a free gym membership so that I can like pay for shit and not be broke. And
Yeah.
so like that makes sense to mix it in together. And then, yeah, the call out thing. And then also like Alex Ramosi, I listen to him all the time, and he talks about like, just give so much value and talk about stuff that people ask you like, hey, what do you do? Like, what are you like? You don't even have to share the courses or the things. It's like, give so much information to people that they're coming to you to ask you, not like I'm pointing you this way. They're like, hey, come to me.
Right. And that's why I never liked MLM or network marketing. It's just like you're bugging people, right? People come to me like all the time. They want to, they want my information, but they come to me, right? That's what you want. You want people to desire the things that you have to teach. And that's all by giving value and just really caring about people. And then I know did you ever, Jordan, did you watch the video, the interview I did with Alex Hormozi?
I
Did you watch
did
that?
end up watching that one. Yes.
Okay.
It was good. It was, I mean,
Yeah.
he's amazing, but yeah, it was really good. That helped me.
No, good. Yeah, that's a good one to watch.
I bought his book.
Oh, very cool. Very good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He had a good book for sure. So
Thank you. I'll see you in the Freedom Accelerator course. I'm gonna do a live with you with the funnel freedom. That's happening.
okay. Yeah. Reach out to me. Actually, we can set that up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Jordan. Okay. Jen, go for it.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing amazing.
This has been really great. I'm Vicky. Thank you so much for having Jonathan on. He's great. I started with some of your courses, but I haven't gotten to the Freedom Accelerator, but it's definitely up to my next thing because email marketing for me is such a bitch. And this was like, I think definitely an aha moment because it's like, although you know these things, right? I think the way that you explain it makes a lot of sense for people. At least for me, that was very simply put. My question for you is, you say in terms of your email flow, like you've got 600 some odd emails that people are going to get as long as they don't opt out. Each email, like obviously you have different offers. So your email chain essentially, or your flow, it's one big flow. And then in every email you're offering different things, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, now it's a little bit more complicated where, if someone buys this product, then I move them to a different flow. But it can be pretty simple as like, and I did this for years. It's not a big deal. You can just go, send an email, wait 2 days, send another email, wait 2 days, send an email and kind of do 1 day, 2 day. I like to send 3 to 4 emails a week. Even if people don't email, or I'm sorry, even if people don't open the email, I'm still top of mind. They see Jonathan Montoya, send me an email. Even if they don't open it, they still know my name. Right. So, that's kind of like why I always send emails. Now, I don't send offer. Like I try to just go value, YouTube video, offer, and then kind of keep that flow. But and here's another hack that you guys will all like, but, what I like to do, and if you're on my email list, you'll see this is actually one of the coolest hacks. And I'll get like literally like 60% open rate. It's insane. Which is crazy. If I send 100,000 people, it's crazy, but I'll send an email and I'll say, hey, if you want this YouTube train, or if you want this training, reply back the word, whatever. And literally I will get thousands and thousands of emails, wanting that. And the reason I do that is because there's, it's just an email. There's no link in there, but I have them reply. So it's a little hack because now the email servers see that, okay, this guy is legit. People are interacting with it. And that right there is like one of my secret hacks that it's just amazing. Now my VAs hate me for it because they're obviously the one replying back all the, whatever it is. But yeah, that's a little hack that I do as well.
So I guess my question would be, it's like, okay, someone like me, I'm a few months in and I have, let's say course-wise, I have 3 courses, obviously offers you have like Stand Store, System.io, and all those small affiliate things. Do you make the email like this email is about just this specific product? Are you dripping like multiple things in one email? Is it like the first 5 emails, the first 10 emails are about one specific thing and then you move on to the next?
So I try to, again, I think about the customer journey. It's like, okay, and this will be an example of like my actual product. So my main thing is I need to get people to my challenge. Like it's a $9 challenge, and that's going to teach them the basics of, affiliate marketing. That's what I teach. So naturally I know, okay, so they took this challenge. What are they going to need next? Okay, they're going to need a software. So then I'll send an email about the software that I have. Cool. That makes sense. And then I'm like, okay, maybe they don't know who I am. So then I'll send them an email that talks about my story. Oh, okay. Now the story I told you guys in the beginning, now they know who I am. Right. And then I'm like, okay, maybe they need an email on mindset, right? Because maybe they're feeling a little bit down, they're not seeing the results. Okay, this is what I went through, and I understand what you're going through. So for me, the best way I could answer it is just really knowing your customer journey, right? Because again, we're not just promoting products, we're promoting the outcome, right? And if you really know what your customers are going through, you'll make so much money because you're actually helping them. You know their pain points and you give them the thing that they need at that moment, right? So that's the best way I could answer. I can't just give you like promote this and this. Like I really just say know the customer journey and their pain points. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then my last question is, you're saying, okay, obviously you don't want to sell in I was doing a lot of my emails today, and so now this is very top of mind for me. But so like my second email is, my story. And at the end of it, it's like, okay, and here's my story, and this is where I started. If you want to get started where I did, here's the link. But do you think don't even add that into that? Just leave it at the story?
So okay, so
So it's like soft sell.
well, okay, so I'm all about delayed gratification. So, people are always like, oh, I'm going to miss out from a click. I'm going to miss out from, someone buying. For me, I'm like, okay, I'm in this for the long game, right? So I'm okay if someone buys a week later, a month later. I know someone's eventually going to buy from me because I'm good at what I do. I've done this so many times. So, if you have that mindset,
love the confidence, by the way.
well, I mean, it's
no, I do. I'm serious.
Been able
It's
to,
great.
and that's because I've gone through all these failures. I know what people want and need, right? But what I'm saying is, I would just say, hey, I hope this inspired you. In tomorrow, I'm going to send you an email on something that's going to change your life. So please open up this email. And does that make sense? Like you're getting them excited,
Yeah.
building the
No,
hype.
it's good.
And it's like, oh, I can't wait for tomorrow, right? It's like a soap opera, right? It's like, okay, what happened? He told me this story. What's happening next, right? Or she told me the story, right? So like that, if you look at it at that, right? Like that's why Netflix and they get people addicted because it's like, what's next, right? So you kind of want to build that as well. So
that's a great point. And after this, I'm going to change that email. So thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And then having that delayed gratification always works no matter what. It's just like, I'm in this for the long term. I'm not just trying to make money overnight. I know that I'm going to build this out slowly. I'm going to build the brand. I'm going to build the business, all that good stuff. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Jen.
You too.
All right, Rita, you're up.
All right. What's up, Rita? And those of you, again, I know some people came in late. So again, I'm giving out $100. So all you got to do is tag me and Vicky on an Instagram story and just say what you learned. And then I'll pick someone by the end of tomorrow, and I'll send you the $100 through PayPal. Is that okay, Vicky?
I'm not in the running for the $100. This is complete.
I would
bullshit.
love for you to be in the running.
Got it. Okay.
But hope that's okay. I didn't tell Vicky at the beginning, so.
That's great. Are you kidding? They're ecstatic. Amazing.
Okay, cool. All right, Rita, what's up?
Hey, so I forgot my first question. You started to talk about straight call out, the one that went viral.
Yep.
And then lead magnet and the hack reply. But in the very beginning, you said, and Vicky also said this, I think in your intro, is you do everything organically. You started organically.
Yeah.
So what does that mean, organic? I mean, I know what organic means, but organically, right? No ads. So what was your how did you start?
Yeah, so I actually started with YouTube. I didn't have short form videos. So my thing was like, and again, I'm always, like I was telling Jen, like I'm always about the long term, right? So for me, I was like, okay, if I start a YouTube channel, that's going to build me a traffic machine for life. So I started by doing YouTube, and part of that was because we didn't have TikTok or short form videos back in 2019. It wasn't really a thing. so YouTube was big for me, and I was able to start growing that, but I was doing like a video a day. I mean, I was working hard. Now I will say when TikTok, and this was kind of when COVID happened, TikTok kind of started doing or TikTok started becoming pretty pretty viral, like beginning of 2020, kind of right before everything got shut down. Now I like to see trends. I'm pretty good at spotting trends and kind of jumping on them. So I actually got into TikTok like late 2019. But what I would do, again, I'm always looking at the long term. I would get people from my TikTok to my YouTube channel, and that's what really started to get the ball rolling. And from there, again, my main goal is just to get people to my email list. But right now, there's a lot of like what I see right now as a trend. I think Instagram's awesome. I think it's a great place to get traffic. If you're doing the 5-second videos, the call outs, some long form videos, Vicky does an amazing job at that. What she does is she does a lot of us versus them. That it's a marketing strategy where it's like everyone's doing this thing, but I'm different. She's like the black sheep. That's really good though, and that's kind of how I am. I'm maybe not like Vicky, but I'm like, this is what they're doing. I'm going to show you how to do it the right way, right? Or like it's just a different way. Like you're going against the grain, right? So that's a great way to market. And I don't know. Sorry if I didn't answer your question correctly, but organically, I started out with YouTube and TikTok. My main strategy now is still YouTube. That's like the number one thing that gives me the most leverage. It does, again, it takes a little bit longer to get it going, but in my program, like that's the main thing I focus on. And then the short form videos just fuel the YouTube. So, yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Did that answer your question correctly?
Yeah, no, it did, because it's, I think we focus so much on Instagram because that's what we know, or that's what we're learning. So to hear that there are other platforms eventually that you can use is great. You have different avenues you
Yeah.
can go down.
Yeah. Instagram's great. But again, going against the grain, right? If you can do
Right.
something different like YouTube, I mean, everyone's doing Instagram and TikTok, but who's doing YouTube right now? Right.
And how did they start finding you on YouTube? And then I'll stop talking.
No, this is great. I love talking about this. YouTube is all about SEO. So search engine traffic. So you go to YouTube, type in legendary marketer, affiliate lead magnet or something like that. I'm one of the first ones. Go type in System.io tutorial. I'm one of the first ones. Go type in ClickFunnels tutorial. I'm one of the first ones, because I know how to rank my videos and get that traffic. That's super hot traffic, because if someone's going to YouTube and typing in, how to start affiliate marketing, they're hot, right? They're problem aware, right? So they have a problem and they know where to look. On Instagram, they're not sure. They're just scrolling, and maybe you'll get their attention. I love Instagram, but I'm saying it's just a different type of marketing. And again, this is so much I can go into that with it, but I love YouTube. It's the hottest traffic. And you don't need a lot of views. Like if you look at my YouTube channel, I mean, I get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views, but I mean, we're building an email list of like 1,000, 2,000 a day from, all these videos, residual videos that continue to bring me traffic. So, yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Just another way to look at it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just a side note, guys, he has an entire, and I don't even want to do it injustice to say it, and a module on YouTube. It's called, so Jonathan breaks down his content into phases, the phases to freedom. And it breaks, that's how his courses are laid out. And almost the entirety of phase 2 is his YouTube strategy. There's like an entire strategy on it. It's called Automated Traffic Machines Generating Leads from YouTube. And there was one aha moment for me when I was taking this course was, oh, he's right. YouTube is a search engine. YouTube is not a social media platform. It does not require this massive amount of, it's just a different beast. And his course goes into that. So just a side note.
Yeah, for sure. It's YouTube is, so when I first released my program, which is interesting, I actually taught YouTube as the number one thing, but it was hard to get people to do it because it's like, oh, it's really hard. YouTube is a little hard. It takes a little bit more time. Like Instagram, you can make a 5-second video, throw some text on it and get a lot of views, right? So you know, I try to play where it's like, I try to help people get those results quicker, but then I'm like, okay, you want to build this business for the long term, you got to do two things: build an email list, make YouTube videos. You do those two things and you'll never go broke. That's my philosophy. But yeah, that's phase two. Because I used to be phase one, but I switched it to phase two because, you know, it's a little bit more in depth, but
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
say that could never live inside of phase one. That's too much. Okay. Sasha, you are next.
Hey, Sasha,
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm well. So thanks, Vicky, for hosting, and thanks, Jonathan, for being here. You guys are awesome. As I'm kind of going to piggyback a little bit on Rita's comment, but as a beginner, I started this about 3 months ago, promoting Legendary Marketer.
Mhm.
And thanks to the IG algorithm, I found Vicky. And
Awesome.
I'm almost done with the roadmap. I haven't done any sales. I haven't had any commissions. And to be honest, it's been more of the learning curve, just really
Mhm.
trying to take all this information in and understanding that this is for the long haul.
Mhm.
Now on the topic of the learning curve, so in addition to learning all of the courses, specifically about email marketing, the content creation piece, and then the social media piece, I think it can be a little bit overwhelming.
Mhm.
So my question was twofold. So number one, when it comes to social media platforms, if you're someone that's promoting various, let's say, for example, on Instagram, I want to promote the roadmap, and on TikTok, I want to promote your product.
Mhm.
Do you find that that is something that maybe works, or is it better to just focus on one product and one particular platform? That's my first question.
Yeah.
And the second question is, do you batch your content? And if so, do you use a batching platform that automatically posts for you?
Cool. So let me address the second one first. So I do batch. I do have an amazing team now that, you know, helps me with my content. So the way I do it with the batching, I create the YouTube video, and then I'll have my team, you know, create snippets from that, and then throw them on all these platforms. And actually, I do have a software that I use. It's actually my own. So I use my software to not only batch and schedule the posts, but it also, it'll do like, it'll DM people. It will comment when people comment. So yeah, I actually released that. That's my own software, Funnel Freedom. But yeah, that can do all of that. And then your first question, as far as like, okay, if I want to do TikTok and promote this, or if I want, and then Instagram and promote the other one, yes, you can do that. And I've had people, and if you're a really great marketer, you can like do that, right? Like, it's like, okay, you know, I'm going to promote this here and then promote that there. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, what's the main core product that you truly believe that's going to help someone, right? Is it, you said Legendary Marketer is the main one you're promoting?
No, the roadmap.
Okay. So you really got to ask your question, like, or like, if you were to give access to, let's just say your mom or dad or someone, like, it's like, hey, you really want to help them out. Would you give them this program, or would you give them this program? Which one do you truly believe is going to help them? Which one's going to actually get them a result, or that, you know, that you think is going to get them a result? So, you know, my thing is like, hey, I mean, I promote lots of different things, but my main core product is the thing that I truly believe in, right? For me, it's Freedom Accelerator. That's my program. But before that, it was, you know, whatever I was promoting, because that was the thing that I thought 100% was going to help them get the result. Does that make sense?
I think that with digital and affiliate marketing, because there's so many pieces that overlap, but they're not necessarily the same, but they overlap. I feel like in this case, there could be two courses that I truly do believe in, one that focuses on digital marketing, one that focuses on affiliate, but they both focus on helping new, for example, beginners like me, you know, succeed in the entrepreneurial world of digital marketing. You see what I'm saying? But that's, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Okay. So that's good, because now you're going back to the vehicle, which is just the thing that helps them, you know, get to the dream outcome. You got to remember the A to B map. You have someone at point B or point A, we want to get them to point B, right? So if your point B is, okay, I want to help a beginner learn digital marketing or I want to help, I don't know, what's your point B? Like, what do you talk about?
It would be women like me that want to succeed as a digital marketer, but don't know where to start. Like, you want to make money online and you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, but you have no clue where to start.
Okay, but why would they want to be a digital marketer? Why does that matter to them?
They want to transform their dreams into profit. Like, they want to be able to be successful. Like six digit, for example, 6-figure digital marketing. I'm still working through it.
Well, okay, forget the money. Why do they want to make 6 figures?
They want to get out of debt. They want to, gotcha. So focus on the pain points.
Yes. So what you want to do is you want to create a lead magnet that says, hey, I have this 5-step checklist that's going to help women. This is the 5 steps that I use. I don't know if you've quit your job or whatever, but this is the 5 steps that I believe that can help you quit your job as a woman, as a lady or whatever it is. So, and that 5-step checklist, it's linked in my bio. It's 100% free. Boom. Now you're there on your email list. It's like, okay, cool. Now the first product is like, hey, there's this really cool roadmap program. It teaches you how to create your own product. You can white label it yourself and start making money. That's the first one. Let's just say the next one is, my challenge, the 70-hour challenge. You're like, the second email would be like, hey, by the way, maybe you don't want to go and create your own product and have to deal with support and have to do all that stuff. Check out this challenge. You literally just promote a product as an affiliate and you don't have to do any of the hands-on work, right? Do you see the 2 different angles there? But they're on your email list first. They're on your email list, and then you send them to the different things based on their pain points, their objections and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So that again, don't even talk about the products. Who cares about the products? Like, I don't even care about my product. I care about the result that product can do for them. Does that make sense? I never talk about what I have. You won't see it anywhere on my stuff for the most part.
Good.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Jen, go for it. It's all you.
Sorry, once you were talking about YouTube, I started to think of other questions. And then I just brought up your YouTube and I was like, holy crap. Are you getting so I already have a YouTube, but I don't use it for digital marketing yet. Basically, I started like a travel channel YouTube and I have like 2,000 followers on there and the views are pretty good, but and I think it does go with the niche of making money online, because what I do in my profile is like talk about like, traveling and shopping and all those kinds of things that I think would kind of go into it. Are you seeing result? I mean, obviously you have videos that are like 30 minutes to an hour long, and that's incredible. Are you seeing people, like, are you having people click links just in the description from YouTube? Are you doing shorts with it and that's where you're seeing the conversion?
No, it would be the long form videos, first link in the description. So for me, it's like, hey, if you want to learn how you can quit your job, I have this free program teaching you how, or this challenge or whatever it is that I'm talking about. Click the link down below in the YouTube description. That's usually what I say. Yeah.
This is great. I'm gonna like go down a rabbit hole. This is nuts. So
yeah, I have a lot of content for sure.
You definitely have a lot of content. That's awesome. Now I have so much to go through. That was my basic question, was just, I didn't even look at this before I thought the question. And then I looked at this and I was like, fuck. This is great.
No worries. That's good.
Good job.
Good. Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks, Jen. All right, let's grab Cole.
What's up, man? How you doing, Cole?
There. Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Doing amazing. How about you?
A couple questions about YouTube. The first one is about YouTube Shorts. I haven't checked out your page, so I don't know if you use them a lot. Or how does the SEO and that sort of thing differ with Shorts than it does, your long form content?
Yeah, great question. So my long form videos, you'll see I have, like, if you go to the descriptions, like, they're very specific on chapters, descriptions. My tags are very specific. With Shorts, not as much. We still try to hit a little bit of SEO, but not really, man. The thing that we do is I'll cut my I'll cut my YouTube videos or my short form videos. We'll put them on shorts. And my main goal is to just get someone hooked on my content to watch my long form, right? I don't even have like a call to action really on my shorts. It's just like, oh, this guy, he has some value. So let me check out his YouTube video. Oh, now they watch 30 minutes. Okay, now they're hooked, right? That's always my goal. I'm always looking at the long term for myself. Even on my Instagram, you'll notice, and I don't do this all the time, but I'll have a video where it's like, hey guys, I'm going to show you how I get 30,000 leads a month using this new AI software. And I'll show them kind of some quick results. By the way, if you want to see the full video, go to my YouTube channel, right? I'm just trying to get them to my YouTube channel because if I get them to know, like, and trust me, they're hooked, right? So that's kind of how I look at it. But to answer your question on the SEO, I don't really do much on the short side of things because the way I do it is we post our YouTube shorts and then my software will then post it to all the other platforms automatically on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest shorts with that title. So it's more of a hooky type title than an SEO. So, and that's a whole different thing, like the way I do titles and stuff, but hopefully that answered your question at least.
Yeah, because I've been using shorts a little bit, just repurposing content from Instagram. And it's like darts at the wall as to whether or not, like, you have no idea when a certain short is going to do well. Like it's just super complicated to figure out.
Yeah, shorts aren't the best for like straight call to actions. Shorts for me is, again, just hopefully people subscribe, but then they look at my long form. So you really, I mean, you got to really go all in with the long form if you're going to do shorts, really. I mean, you can still get traffic, obviously, but having the long form is a game changer. So, you know, start maybe thinking about, okay, can I do a 6, 8, 10-minute video that provides some sort of, you know, value for people, you know?
Yeah. Okay. And then the other one is, I'm not in Make Money Online right now, by the way, with what I'm promoting.
What are you doing?
Aviation.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So is it better to try and I want to start creating like once a week, some long form content on YouTube. Is it better to try and push, like if I grow my Instagram larger than my YouTube, is it better to try and push some people from Instagram to YouTube or vice versa?
I like going Instagram to YouTube, TikTok to YouTube, Facebook to YouTube, because YouTube, and this is like my secret hack, right? YouTube will actually pay you to make videos once you get YouTube monetized. And that's like my favorite part. So I'll send emails to my YouTube videos, Instagram to my YouTube videos, because I'm literally getting paid for people to know, like, and trust me so they can go buy my stuff while I'm providing value. That's like the ultimate hack to, you know, to building your brand. And that's kind of like how I teach it. Right? If you go to my Facebook post, like I'll have, and I think I was going to show Tony this, but I'll have like a post saying, hey, I have this really cool training showing you how to, you know, XYZ, comment down below, but I'll get people to my YouTube video. So, yeah, man, that's kind of what I do there. Let me show that example real quick, because this is actually pretty cool. I'm glad that you brought that up. So this is on my Facebook, just my organic, or my, my profile there. So like I just said, hey, I set up this, you know, whatever it is, want to see the full video, right? So I have a cool hook, cool promise. I'm like, do you want to see it? And then I'll have people, like, hundreds and hundreds of comments, right? And you can see all I'm doing is I'm just sending people to a YouTube video, right? So that's kind of like you'll see I'm just sending people to the YouTube video right here. See? So that's kind of my like secret hack on how I do that, you know? And I'm using all these other platforms to just get people to that one thing. All I focus on in my content is YouTube. And then all the other things are getting people to YouTube. So I do things different, as you can tell. So yeah, I go against the grain.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. The only other thing I had was we need to try and talk you into doing more one-on-ones.
Yeah, man. Well, I actually did a few. I've been actually doing them, but the way I'm doing it is like, if they allow me to stream it live. Again, so like if you know, if you want to reach out to me, man, we can talk about doing that. So
cool. Thanks.
Yeah. So cool.
The best. Okay. All right, Jonathan, there's one more question. I have a feeling I know what you're going to ask or you're going to answer. your thoughts on faceless content, period, and then faceless content with YouTube. I know you have an entire module on faceless with AI with Colton in your course.
Yeah. I mean, I do it. Like I have actually like 10 faceless YouTube channels. I pay an agency a lot of money to do it. Just another stream of income. I do real estate. I do a bunch of different things now, you know, because I've made pretty good money, so I can do all those things. But if you're saying like that, like to do that for your main source of traffic, yeah, it does work, but not as good as if you're showing your face and providing value that way. So yeah, it does work. It's not going to be as good as like, you know, showing your face and stuff like that. But yeah, it does work. So.
Cool.
And there's some really cool AI. I'm actually doing a cool training Thursday with this dude. He literally does all AI. You can like clone your face and it's talking. It's pretty crazy. I posted on my Instagram the other day. This guy is really good. So I'm excited to see what he has to say. But anyways, I don't personally do it because I'm okay creating content. I got out of that fear finally after years. But yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stay for another 20 minutes to do Q&A with this group.
Cool.
Jonathan, we are literally obsessed with you. Please come and train us every single week. Thank you.
No, I really appreciate you letting me come in here. I hope I was able to provide some sort of value for your audience. And hopefully I gave some aha moments. And I really enjoyed everyone here. Everyone was engaged. I love the cameras on. I really feed off the energy. I love seeing people like, you know, writing notes, and I love that. So I appreciate you all. And like I said, I'll do the $100. I'll announce it tomorrow. Just tag me and Vicky. Maybe you could even, you know, use this. Actually, let me actually take a picture if that's okay before I get off. If you guys want to turn on your screens and I'll take a photo, I'd love to post it. All right. Smile, everybody. The balloons.
Balloons.
I love it. All right. Well, yeah, like I said, I'll do the $100. Just tag me on Instagram. Make sure to tag Vicky. Let us know what you learned. I really want to know. I'm going to be looking at that. And thank you so much, Vicky.
Thank you, Jonathan. You're the absolute best. We appreciate you.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right, guys. If you have any questions for me, I told everyone that we would do a Q&A at the end of every call, and I mean it. I don't care how late it is. So I want everyone to feel like they got their questions answered. So, okay. Jordan, I'm going to unmute you in 1 second. I do want to say one thing, and I just really want everyone to collectively like take a deep breath, because I feel like we all got so much value out of that. And that was so much information thrown at us. And I feel like I want everyone to just pay attention to this one thing, right? If we're like the true revolution of digital truth tellers, pay attention to the one thing. Do you think that Jonathan Montoya took 1 to 2 hours a day to set up all of the stuff that he just showed us on like look at the empire that man built, the videos, the YouTube hacking, the email campaigns, the course creation. I mean, like do this whole industry justice by talking to people about that. That is professionalism. That is like, he just really helped so many people. When I saw the Freedom Accelerator course, I'm not kidding you. Michelle, where's Michelle? Ruth. Oh, there you are. So Michelle Ruth is someone who came into my ecosystem and purchased the roadmap, right? Michelle, you purchased the roadmap first. And then you said, Vicky, tell me about Freedom Accelerator. So I told her, because it's like the secondary offer that I talk to people about. And she said, all right, that's great, but can you like get me in touch with other people, like normal people who have taken this course, who have found value out in it? Because everyone's skeptical, right? And I was like, oh my God, Michelle, yes, I can. So I posted in Jonathan's Facebook group and I was like, hey, can somebody give me some testimonials for things that you found? And so I took a screenshot of them. I sent them to Michelle and I was like, these are some great examples. Michelle purchased the course. She's inside of the course container right now. And she messaged me and said, oh my God, this course is this was the missing piece. And for me, that's all I care about, is when people come back to me and say, oh my God, that was so good. Oh my God, I got so many moments out of it. So I'm not here to promote every course that comes on my lap. I really want to I need to feel in alignment with what is offered inside of it. And now you guys see how great that was. So I just wanted to say that because I'm upset. I think he's so good. He's just so good.